So these are just kind of like my street wheels. They're not my favorite, despite what Alex may say. The tires are real dirty for some reason. I can't get that shit off. Whatever. But anyways, so this is what I've been rolling on the street. For the race that's coming up, Htown Throwdown, has to be a DOT tire for the daily driver class. Well, I borrowed these from Chance just to get an idea of what this thing would look like. Well, I really dig it. It's super aggressive, but I did a thing and got some wheels and got some tires.
Few moments later.
It's hot in here.
It's so hot.
What do you think?
I love them.
I think I made the right choice.
I think so too.
So got the same RPF one, same offset and everything as Chance. That's why I fit his on here. He gave me so much shit about doing the white letters, but it's just not my thing. I think the ricers all ruined that for me. So if you got tire letters on it that say I Heart Haters or Toyo Nitto or whatever, and you just drive the thing on the street and it's not a real, you actually don't track it, then you ruined it for me. Thanks a lot. But there she is. This is going to be the setup for doing the daily driver race stuff going forward, and just street wheels in general. Maybe unless it's like a long trip, and then maybe we'll put the other street wheels back on. But yeah, I like it. Morning. So we've been getting ready to go up to 820. Today's the day we finally build an exhaust for this thing. It won't be all the way out the back because it's kind of difficult with this size of piping. Whether you know or don't know, we decided to do 4-inch all the way back. The reason being is we recirced the wastegate, and eventually this car will be making about 1,000 wheel, and I don't know for sure that 3.5 or 3 or whatever would support it. I just didn't want to run any problems. It's probably going to sound like shit, which is kind of dreading it, but it sounds like shit right now anyways. It's so loud with it dumped. But I got it rolled out here. It is dirty, but God, it looks good on these wheels. Bam. So look at this thing. Like when it's in the garage, it looks a little different. I was kind of unsure about the rear offset. Still kind of am, because it got a little poke. The front, I'm used to having poke, but when this thing squats, I don't know that it's going to clear that. I'm probably going to have somebody roll the fenders for me, and then that might help a lot. But this thing, I've never owned a set of RPF ones, and I'm upset it took me this long in my life to get a set. I give a shit if anybody says they're played out. But look at that. I'll just stare at it all day. Also, the new triple, I just drove the car around the block for the first time since I put the triple in it, and it seems exactly like the twin. So, fingers crossed that all that works out. So I'm limping this thing to the shop so that way I can put the brake line on there. I don't want to do it here. The damaged brake line, like if you saw. I got a new brake line from Stan at Fast Turbo. And so if you need any lines or anything like that, fastturbo.com makes really great product. Anything you want, you could do custom lines. Just give them like what you want, what color, the length and bends, and pretty much do anything you need. But I didn't put a brake line on here because it sucks working on the ground. But when you have access to a lift, it's so much nicer. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the shop, and we're gonna do the exhaust. Also, we're gonna brace the rear diff mount, I guess. There's been people breaking these. I guess the bar that holds the top side of the diff like twists or something. So we're gonna brace that and do the exhaust and do the brake line and maybe counterbalance this thing. I don't know. we'll see what we can fit in today, because I know it's going to be a shit show with this exhaust. Alright, so we made it up here to 820. Everybody's in back bullshit. I already got the car in the lift, so we're gonna race this thing up, start mocking up the exhaust, and kind of come up with a plan on what we need to do and everything. And then probably just do time lapse. Just to kind of give you all an idea on what it's gonna take. Probably give you a rundown on how we're gonna route it, because being such big piping, we're kind of limited on what we can do. So. So yet again, for the third time this week, got the turbo kit off. You have to pull the whole turbo kit off just to get the damn downpipe off, which sucks. But hopefully after we do this, we might be able to get it out. But we'll see. So we're putting a V-band right about right here where it goes straight down. And then the rest of the downpipe or the exhaust will 90 up into it. But Chance is over there putting a V-band on it right now. And then we got to put it all back together and then mock up the rest. So hopefully once it's all back on, we won't have to take it back off. Okay, so apparently I lied about the time lapse, but Chance has been doing 3 different projects at once, but this is all we got. Pulled the downpipe off, pulled it on a V-band up there, so that way I can pull this lower half off, and then we got a bellow on. So we're gonna go straight right here, and then it'll go to oval, and it'll bend through. We're actually probably gonna cut some of this out. Yeah, it's good, it's fine. So we'll go through here, and then right where Chris's big head is, there'll be a muffler right there. I'll update you here in a bit. All right, well, I haven't done any updates. That's shame on me. But look at this thing. Chance doesn't like it. I think he's all sweaty and shit and working his ass off. Yep. Anything for my friend Philip. That sounded really sarcastic. Anyways, so he knocked all this out today. I'm really anxious to see what it sounds like. Still got a little bit to do. We gotta bolt this all up and then figure out where the tip's gonna go, and then that's it, I think. Yeah, so.
Let me see it, babe.
What? Hold it like a fish? It's gonna sound like shit. It does.
A special report.
All right. Love the way this thing sounds. I think we just got one other thing to do to it, and then we're gonna brace some stuff or whatever, but that'll be later next week. Maybe dyno. Shout out to Chance for fucking dealing with all this shit. Shout out 820 for housing it, which is still partly Chance, but at least they put up with my shit. So there's no clearance hardly on this exhaust. I don't know if you can see it under there. You can kind of see it. But yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go home. It's late. Goodbye.